So I finally came across the Tyler Perry Netflix movie Straw. So I sat down and watched that yesterday. Here is my review or think piece on that. Like I said, I would not say that I'm a diehard Tyler Perry fan. I do think that some of the content that he does put out kind of portrays black women in a very not so fun way. And I kind of feel like this movie, it did and said a lot of different things. That is what I will say. So I gathered two meanings or two different messages from this movie, and they both may tie into each other, but just hear me out, okay? So the first meaning of this movie from my point of view was this, or the first message that I received from this movie was this. Often as black women, we live in a state of delusion and routine. So that when something when something traumatic does actually happen to us, we don't process that. We don't process that. We kind of really just keep going. We just keep going with our regular lives, our regular routine. We just keep going. We keep going, so there never is a moment where we grieve or we go through our emotions or we feel these things, because society has us as black women so conditioned to just get up and keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Doesn't matter what you're going through. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter what you look like. Just get your ass up and keep going. Okay? So where did I stop? Right here. We don't take the time to grieve or even be within our emotions or feelings because the world does not let us stop. We just don't. We don't stop. So if something traumatic does happen to us, like for instance, her daughter died. Her daughter died the night before. What did she do? She got up. She got ready for work, got her daughter ready for school, bathed her, did her hair, cooked her something to eat, took her to school, and what happened? The principal was standing outside the school, like, looking at her weird, like, why are you here? Who are you dropping off? Who are you waving at? And at first I kind of found that, at first as I'm watching this, I'm like, why is the teacher looking at her like that? And then as the movie progressed, I'm like, okay, got it. Everyone else has came to terms with the fact that her daughter has passed away, but her, because she just got up and she kept going with her regular life. She just kept going. And as a black woman, I will agree with that. We just keep going. We don't ever get to sit and be within our emotions or feel what we need to feel when something traumatic does happen to us. Because we've never been given the grace to do that. We've never been given the grace, the space, or the opportunity to deal with things like that, ever. So, like I said, we feel like we don't deserve to, and that often as women, we feel like we don't deserve to stop. Because as women, we get this thing in our head where if we stop, who's gonna do X, Y, and Z? How is X, Y, and Z gonna get done? Like she had a couple of points or moments in the movie where she was like, well, if you arrest me, who's gonna give my daughter lunch money? If I lose my job, how am I gonna pay rent? Like there's so many variables as to why black women feel like they can't stop, because we're not protected enough. We're not cared for enough. I hear you, Tyler. I got you. I understood that. That was my first one, right? The second one, and that's why I said they kind of really just tie into each other. But as black women, we really do live in a state of delusion and routine, because that is all, and I won't say that is all we know, but that is what keeps us so grounded, if that makes sense, to just keep going. I had a boss tell me one time I was going through something, and she looked at me and she said, I tell my kids this, and I'm going to tell you this as your boss. She said, you get 3 days. You get 3 days to go through whatever it is you're going through, and after that third day, you need to pack that shit up and get over it and continue with your life. And I was like, Okay, and no, no, she was not of this color. She was indeed of this color. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay? And that actually ties into the second meaning of this movie that I got. How often as Black women we are overlooked. We are overlooked. Often as Black women we are overlooked and basically just not seen at all. All people ever see is what they want to see. So on the surface it looks like, damn, she's having a bad day. Or damn, that Black woman is always upset or set off. But did you see what made her upset? Did you see what set her off? No. No, you didn't. And you didn't because none of that was important to you. But is anyone taking here we go. But is anyone taking the time to see, let alone ask her how we got here? What made her day so rough? What made her feel the way she feels about these people? Or what made this happen? We're not seen or heard enough. Because what did I just say? Society has us so programmed to just keep going that we don't feel like we need to be seen. Because, oh, it's fine, whatever. I went through that, tucked it in my pocket. It's over. But is it really over? No, because you never grieved, you never felt your emotions, you never sat with that. We don't sit with things. We just tuck them in our fucking pockets and keep going. Okay. So, where am I? Okay, cool. So I just read it all that. Often as Black women, we're often really just told to get over shit. When was the last time somebody asked you, like, hey, how are you for real? Do you want to talk? When was the last time anybody asked you that? I'm gonna be honest, I can't tell you when the last time somebody asked me that. Because people don't ask you things like that as a Black woman. Because I feel like people don't want to scratch the surface of like anything. People just want to like, oh, okay. They don't want to go deeper than the surface of the Black woman. They just want to be like, oh, well, yeah, you're upset because, oh, you lost your house key. Yeah. That's what we're going to go with. And often we just really, and not even often, we just want to be seen. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be cared for. We want to be loved. We want the same outpour of love that you give to every other woman but a Black woman. We want that too. But it's harder for us to get that because society has us so programmed to just keep going. So even though all of this crazy shit happened to her, her daughter did die, none of that registered to her until she heard her mom's voice. And personally, that spoke to me because I've been through a state of delusion where nothing clicked to me until my mom was like, hey, what's up with you? And once my mom asked me, hey, what's up with you? It took me to sit down and just be within my emotions and tell my mama, like, hey, this is what's up with me. This is what's happening. Life has been lifing and I feel like I'm drowning. We're just asking to be seen, heard, and loved. And you know what, Tyler Perry? I don't hate you for this one. I don't. And I still don't change my rating. I still do rate this an 8.5 just because you traumatized me a lot. But the message was thorough. I heard it. I felt it. Thank you. Thank you. If you haven't seen this movie already, please make sure you go see it. It is on Netflix. And apparently it's #1. So make sure you go see it.